Every single social advancement that we've had in this country has been on the back of some sort of protest. Barnet Council shut Fry and Barnet Library in 2012. A large supermarket chain wanted to take it over, redevelop it. I visited every single library and I talked to people, and I think that's when I really understood what a library was. They're hubs of the community. You have students, you have asylum seekers who have nowhere to go and no money, and it's the only place where they can hang out.
We started protesting before the council had finally taken the decision, when they were still thinking about it.
Barnet Council have a process whereby if you can get over 5,000 signatures, you can address the council chamber directly. We were overjoyed when we finally counted them up to find we got over 13,000 signatures. I got to address the council on the subject and they completely ignored me, as they always did.
There's lots of things wrong with this paper, not least the grammar.
And everyone came down and, you know, they tried to shut the library and it took about 4 hours and then they kicked everyone out. And I came up with this idea that we just set up our own library, and it was one of these rash things that you say you're going to do and then you think, oh my God, will anyone actually come? To my amazement, about 400 people turned up. They'd bring books, they'd exchange, they'd say to each other, have you read this one? This is great. And it seemed every weekend the sun shine on us. You know, they say the sun shines on the righteous. And it very much felt like that.
Get up, stand up, don't give up the fight for the library. Every second.
Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up, save the library.
Occupy managed to get into the building. They stopped the council coming in and damaging the fabric of the building, which was one of the worries. There was also talk that whoever the large supermarket were getting fed up with being kept waiting. And the next thing was eviction proceedings were served on the occupants of the library.
And it's just not good enough to treat local people with contempt.
We will not sit quietly by.
We will not sit quietly by.
And watch our community.
And watch our community.
Local economy and livelihood.
Local economy and livelihood.
Being destroyed.
Being destroyed.
No one wanted to give it up and people supported it. It was announced that there was going to be the big key handover. For me, there was a sense of elation. And the night before the key handover, we had a party here. The right thing was that it actually reverted just to being a library for the local community where they could do what you do at libraries. I have no doubt in my mind that if the legislation that is currently going through was passed, then a lot of the things we would have done simply wouldn't have happened. Just imagine with this legislation where you can be arrested if you're being a bit noisy. Would I want to risk being locked up for 10 years or a huge fine? I don't think so. That is why this is a really bad piece of legislation, and it's why it really should be opposed.